This is me playing with my comp casting stroke. I talk about tension, the sweep, forward stroke, letting off on power, running line, and a whole bunch of different stuff as it relates to comp casting, but also just fishing cast, although it's a little extreme.
See, Tim Rajeff, he did this thing about rod noise, and basically, I think it was him, when your rod is loaded, it doesn't make the rod noise as it does when it's unloaded, and it can vibrate more. The rod noise is that vibration.
And the vibration happens with the rod whipping through the air, not being fully loaded.
All right, I've got my Bruce & Walker Powerlight 15-foot 7/8 Spey caster, which is just a wonderful, lovely rod. And on it is the Boss 8.9, the Boss Long 8.9, but it's about 65. And I've got like 13 and a half strips out, 13 to 13, almost 14, 13 good skookum ones, not little ones, but anyway, that's the max on this rod. I can't quite hit the end of it.
Now that's the max for me. I'm sure Gene Oswald could cast that thing plenty further. Gene designed the Boss line and the Bruce & Walker Powerlight Spey rod I'm using. Also, I'm substituting this for my comp rod because my comp line is pretty much broken, wore out, so I need to do some work on it and probably get a new one.
But what I'm working on is slowing the sweep and the forward cast down to where I feel maximum heaviness as I sweep around, and then instead of just killing it on the forward stroke, trying to wait for the heaviness in the rod and the line and the tension, which requires slowing down and feeling it load up really good. For me, it seems like if I hit it too hard, my results are not as good. If I just am a little patient, slow down, and instead of trying to do it as fast as I can, trying to feel as much load as I can when I'm casting. So instead of going like that, if you want to know what kind of mono running line I'm using, this is Amnesia, and it's fine. They're all the same.
They're all the same except for Veravas. It's the best, it floats.
I'm not saying that you can't cast far and make rod noise, because plenty of guys do it. But what I'm trying to do is get the maximum I can out of this 7/8 rod. And for me, it's lack of rod noise and more load that makes it fly. Backing off on the power, I'll do a really powerful one. Okay, I still got a good 12 feet of running line out there. That time, see, I punched the frickin' forward loop. Okay, it hit the end, and to see how I backed off on the power. See, Bruce has been after me about that. So I'm really trying to maximize tension in my V-loop and D-loop and sweep. Back off on the forward stroke enough to where it all loads up. Hey, that time it went out and it turned over, but in all fairness, I did have some line management going. Okay, that time I hit it really hard and it didn't fly as good. This time I won't hit it as hard. I won't use any line management. I'll just let all this crap sink in the weeds, see if I can get it all out there. That time it all went out, all turned over. I concentrated a lot on really you know, pulling that rope like John Hazlitt does, you know, the idea of pulling the rope with both hands down. So I concentrated on that more, and that seemed to help the cast with no line management. Now I'll try putting a little more zing into the V-loop, see if that helps or doesn't help to keep the slack out of it. Oh, that helped. Faster and flatter. Pretty close to all went out on the snake roll. See, that time I barely put any power into it and it flew really good.